So the Biden administration's solution to rising gas prices is you should be Stephen Colbert. Why don't you have a $150,000 electric car? What's wrong with you? That's Pete Buttigieg's solution. Here he is.
Clean transportation can bring significant cost savings for the American people as well. Last month, we announced a $5 billion investment to build out a nationwide electric vehicle charging network so that people from rural to suburban to urban communities can all benefit from the gas savings of driving an EV.
Imagine being someone who makes under $100,000 a year and having to watch that character sneer at you on television, patronize you, someone who's never done anything in his life, who has no discernible skills of any kind, telling you you've got to change your life and don't worry, it'll be better. Learn to code. Casey Hendrickson has watched that man up close for a long time. He's a radio show host in South Bend, which Buttigieg once ran into the ground. Casey, thanks so much for joining us tonight. So why don't you stop whining and buy a Tesla?
Well, yeah. Well, they don't even want you to buy a Tesla because the tax credit doesn't even go to Tesla. It only goes to UAW-made electric vehicles anyway. Oh, and electric vehicles really suck in the snow. It's very cold here in Michiana, in the South Bend region. And again, if you are a farmer, shouldn't he know that, Tucker? He's from a farming state. You kind of live far away from civilization, and electric vehicles kind of make that a problem, don't they?
So, how exactly most farms are enormous. They're owned by big companies, and they're completely mechanized is an understatement. So, all those farm vehicles are going to be powered by what? By batteries? Where's the food come from,
and here's
Casey?
The thing.
Do we
farmers
know?
And the farmers have a lot of debt. You know, they pay a lot of money for their equipment. They don't need to be going out there and buying even more expensive things that don't work in the snow and don't work in the sticks and don't work very well in the mud. So that way they can get to the store where they can pay more for food and more for their basic daily supplies and necessities that Pete Buttigieg doesn't have to worry about because he gets a lot of money and a cushy government job.
If someone came to you and said, I want to be your financial advisor, and you say, well, what's your track record? Well, I've lost billions. You would say, you can't be my financial advisor. You can be my friend, but you can't be my financial advisor. Does Pete Buttigieg have any discrete achievement that you're aware of that qualifies him to change our energy grid for all time?
Yeah, there's nothing in Pete Buttigieg's resume that says he's successful at anything other than running away from problems. That's what he's always done. And that's what he's done as transportation secretary. That's what we warned everybody would happen. And that's exactly what his record as transportation secretary has been. But it's good to know that the brave fart sniffers out there in Los Angeles and New York, like Colbert, who are super rich, it's great to know that they can afford a $150,000 electric car. But if you're struggling to afford $4 and $5 gallon gas, guess what? You can't buy that expensive electric car.
Yeah. They don't care about the population. If you treated your kids the way they treat Americans, your kids would be in rehab. That's true. Casey, I appreciate you coming on tonight. Thank you.
It's the political class versus all of us, Tucker. Thank you.
That is clearly what's going on. Thank you.